Good day and salutations, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Togetherwerole. I didn't mess up this time.
I know, that's right.
Mark the board. I got 3 times now.
3 out of... We are not counting.
We're not counting.
I'm really, really excited for the time that you don't mess up and don't self-congratulate about it.
See, the thing is, they don't see all the times that we screw up and cut it out. They don't.
Because we don't cut it out.
Sometimes we do. Sometimes we do. Unfortunately,
we need to do a shout out to someone that did our art piece.
Yeah.
What was his name again?
Yeah, he goes by JD Arts. So J.
I'm glad I asked because I would have said his real name by accident.
JD Arts. Look for his information on the description below for this video, and also the one prior. And here's why: because he has been wonderful enough to do a full color picture of Vedic. And there's the guy.
I'm so happy.
Oh my god, is this like amazing? This whole thing, it captures... Well, first off, it captures the pipe right down to the detail.
All the elementals are going to attack you and only you.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I mean, that's not the first time.
That was really... You raged, right? So that's fine.
Getting back on focus here, guys.
I am going to throw out the book portal's dope. Like, on Vedic's art thing,
Yes.
the little book
Yeah,
portal
yeah.
is fucking baller.
Yeah.
He's
So
only a 900-year-old.
Vedic puts his gigantic tome into a what is that? That's a pocket dimension, right?
Yeah. Wrist pocket.
Yeah, it's very
pocket.
similar to the wrist pocket thing.
So in any case, this artist JD Arts, look him up. Look for the description below and find him there and take a look what he does. You won't be disappointed. The guy's wonderful, and yeah, he lovely did this thing for us, and thank you very much. You rock.
Thank you again. Let's get without further ado. Let's get started. Roll the intro.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. See you in a moment.
Hi.
Whoa, it changes the color.
Yeah. We're still on a dragon known as Balrog, the very cross dragon right now, as you have had a flight.
Is it sad because you can't see, or sad because we keep pointing it out?
I mean, I'm blind too.
Both, unfortunately.
I'm blind by choice, though.
You, as the Silver Menagerie, riding on top of on the back of Balrog, Brightkeeper.
You know, he'd be mad at you for that.
No, I'm showing. Never mind. Balrog, Brightkeeper, as you travel the seas in search of the world turtle. Fly now for at least 4 full days without rest, at least for Balrog, and making various jokes, proddings, and other things on the back of this dragon, making it more and more tedious within every hour. You guys found a fog wall, and as you guys were flying through it, elementals infused with other properties of other elemental forces, seemingly combining to make other forms, unheard of, as each elemental tends to stick to its own devices.
Are they half elementals or duo elementals?
They're more duo elementals. when two elementals love each other very, very much.
Element
They
twos.
merge. Element 2s! That's
There you
fantastic!
go. Anyway,
Thing 1 and thing 2.
flying
Really,
through the
this
fog
thing
wall
makes me
now,
much
seeing the landmass 3.5, 4 miles wide, possibly even wider or bigger in this case.
Did you ever come out through the clouds and see the big island sitting there?
Yeah, it's just essentially that's what happened.
No,
See, the
I
various
know.
biomes that is creating the landmass that is this island, with the various peaks of this island having little snows on top of it, as you see the flippers move up and down, impossibly big. That is the world turtle greeting, echoing in your skull with his impressive voice, and Vedic with more of a whisper. You are still fighting!
Martin, who's talking?
Right now, there's a lot going on. As right now, you are fighting elementals on the back of Balvert. Let's go back to the initiative. Veda just went. It is now air elemental number 9.
Airmail. Element 2. Air element 2.
Air elemental number 2.
Number 9.
Number
Air-
9. That's that one right there.
Yeah.
It's
It's
glowing,
air
yeah.
element 2, number 9.
Okay.
Bump.
Actually, didn't 9 get destroyed?
Gosh, what a beautiful
Six.
soundtrack.
No,
6
six
did.
on
Thank you,
board.
thank you, thank you.
5 did. We
Five
blew
it
up
was.
5.
God damn it.
This sound is a combination of music that we've got licensed, and also music from or sound effects from.
I just noticed that the background, like the
From
world
Sirenscape.
moves, like
Yeah.
he turns.
This is animated dungeon maps, and it might be his advanced one. He has 2 things, but description below will allow you to get to his
Yeah.
Patreon page. He
The
is
world
working.
moves. Shit.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, he's
cool.
upside down right now.
You can tell he knows how to make nerdy shit.
He's going down. We're upside down now.
He's doing maneuvers. So air elemental number 9 is
Just
going to
loops.
engage. He's currently over here. He's going to. No, he's going to go to the lone guy. Whee! All the way over here.
Jesus.
He's going to stay
up.
his altitude though.
And he's falling back. Level now.
Does he have that kind of reach?
He does.
Hey, buddy.
He's going to
Welcome aboard.
strike you as he comes over with a elemental slam with a natural 17 plus 8.
What does that add up to?
That's going to be 17 plus 8. That's going to be math.
25.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Why am I doing math?
I don't know, because I like making weird noises. Second one, it's going to be a 24.
Also hits.
Okay. Make 2
On
constitution.
that.
At least 10 feet.
What the hell is the reach on that?
10 feet.
Wow.
Oh god, don't do that. That makes it static.
Make 2 constitution saving throws, please.
Oh.
Is this to keep, is it...
This is against a frost effect.
I think the tequila's validating.
So, one of the fun
No,
details
they
about the whole
always
draconic dealio over
Uh-huh.
there, I get his resistances.
Oh! So
So-
I'm going to roll a d8 separately.
Alright. So I need to split frost damage.
Okay. Oh, Jesus, 1 and a 2. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 points of bludgeoning damage with 8 points of frost damage halved.
Okay,
before.
so hang on. My Constitution saving throw was a 21.
Succeeds on that one. And the second one?
Also a 21.
Succeeds. You feel the frost beginning to take over your body as it's trying to encompass you. Very familiar with a touch of other Fey forces, but this one more raw and elemental and furious as it's trying to completely make you into a Vedic popsicle. But you are able to shake it off thanks to the draconic connection that is being revitalized inside of you by Silver Menagerie. So, did you take the damage of the first one? still
You have
have
to
it.
read it to me again.
So 4 points of cold damage, that's already halved. And that's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8 points of bludgeoning damage. And for the second one, let's separate the cold. Ooh, I like that one. 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
Jesus.
I rolled low on the first one. With 2 points of cold damage already halved. And it's going to do a flyby maneuver as it's going to continue another 10 feet this direction because it used a lot of its movement
Oh,
already.
you.
No, it's going to go 10 feet up.
10 feet
Fine.
straight up.
So get that
We need
guy.
to increase
Yeah, we're
the
working on
height.
it.
No, it's already made. Thank you very much. I wish I was on the player side so I can assist with that as well.
No worries. We
And
got
he's
you.
going to go over there.
I cannot pick that up. Would you
As it
please?
strikes you twice, almost nearly
Just slide
lifting
it to
you
the
off
edge,
Balvert's hide.
nails.
As it strikes you twice, partly infused icicles in part of its wind strikes, and it goes. And it goes back up into the air.
I've got the big guy.
Sparks, it is your turn.
Good.
Still strapped into your spot.
Click,
I
click.
can use this
I'm
on
gonna
something just because it sounds.
unsheath my sword, pull out my shield, or my shield is already on actually. And let's 5, 10, 15,
Well, you still have to undo your shield. It collapses.
Right.
So you got an integrated one.
So I gotta do that.
Yep.
I mean,
25,
get it. It's cool.
30.
It would be wasted.
35.
A lot of AOE on
So that's gonna be most
So
of
how
my
much
need
movement
more
did you use?
I would need to make a check
That's an
because
army
I'm
Yep,
gonna
make
go
a-
a lot.
individual.
Acrobatics athletics check as you run on the backside of this dragon.
Okay. It's not great, but it's not terrible.
Uh-huh.
So that's gonna be a 15.
That is a failure.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Shit.
Unfortunately, as you your feet no longer feel purchased as you're just
That's why I'm going further!
as you just go up and over as the tail is still moving
Wait,
like this.
sorry. Hang on. You're within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
Roll it again.
Thank you.
Okay.
That's a little better.
Okay.
So that's going to be a 18.
You succeed.
Okay. So you
And you rewind back up on top of the dragon.
Thank you.
Oh, I need a tissue. I am so sorry. I'm trying to be discreet about it, but I keep. Oh, gross.
Actions, features, and traits.
No worries. All right, so
I'm still
let's move down to our.
Chronal shift. One used.
Fuck, what am I going to do?
This map is insane.
Okay.
God.
So how much of my actions did I use to unsheath my sword and my shield?
I'll say use your free action and bonus action.
Okay, so I'm using bonus action.
Uh huh.
Can I use an attack action to activate one of my combat protocols?
No, that takes a full action. So whatever you had
As
last
an
time.
action, yep. Okay.
Last time you had the super defensive one.
Yeah. Which was a while ago.
Yes, and you never really changed it.
Right. I think I'm just going to save that for later. And I'm going to just attack like normal.
Okay. As you go up to this angry water elemental infused with fire properties across its various parts of the body, seemingly collecting in various areas that's forming claws and a fist.
On that note, in that description, I'm going to activate one of my combat protocols, and I'm going to activate Driving Force.
Describe what that is.
Wow.
So, Driving Force. With weapon of choice that I wield, being my sword, in one hand or the body, the weapon becomes a magic weapon if it does not already, and deals an additional 1d6 force damage on hit.
Understood. Please adjust your AC accordingly.
My AC has been adjusted.
Just making sure.
Yep.
All right. In that case, that is the end of your turn, unless you have
I
something.
action surge
Okay.
to get that so I could have my...
Got it. So you're
Attacks.
action surging to attack now.
Correct. 3 attacks. Not that terrible.
You did leave the range of the air elemental, didn't you?
I did, on 6.
So yeah, he's gonna take it a quick attack of opportunity.
Go ahead.
Sorry about that. That's gonna be 18.
Miss.
Okay. As you feel a strike upon your back, causing you kind of to lose a little bit, but then you got rewound and everything. Okay, never mind.
Okay, so, does a 17 hit?
It does.
Okay, everything else hits then.
Okay.
That's the lowest I rolled.
And that was 3 attacks.
This is gonna hurt. For it.
For it?
That's a comforting quality.
I'm going to be rolling a lot of dice. So, I'm now rolling 1d8 for the sword damage.
Mm-hmm.
I am rolling 2d6 naturally for the force damage,
Okay.
plus another d6 for it being a standard
For being a brute.
brute, and I need another d6 because I need another d6 of force damage. I'm rolling 3d6 of force damage.
Really?
So 3d6 plus what?
1d8, 1d6, plus 2d6, plus 1d6.
Go for it.
Three
This is-
hits!
But this is because of your vestige and everything, so.
Yes, I've combined everything to stack damage.
Yeah.
I can either be really hard to hit or do a lot of damage really quick.
Tank Destroyer mode.
That's gonna hurt. Okay, hit number 1. 20 points of damage. You want me
Okay.
to separate it or you good?
Nope, you're good.
Okay,
It is not resistant to force damage or slashing.
good.
Or at least non-magical or magical slashing.
Second hits.
Mm-hmm.
25 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
Third hit.
Third.
That's gonna hurt. That's a lot of numbers.
Damn. Go for it, dude.
Another 25 points of damage.
Woo! You just did 70 points of damage.
As you
Better
strike,
than I can do.
as water is spraying from the various areas, seemingly bisecting from a flash strike, almost anime style, as it falls and reforms with each other. A little bit of water, scalding hot water, lands on various parts of your arm and chest as you do your work, still burning but still continuing. It is still up and still raging. But you do take
A lot of damage.
19 points of fire damage.
Oh,
Ow.
As the
fire.
scalding water hits your body and just sears in between the parts of your armored hide
19?
and gets into your
190.
19, yes, and gets into your body. It is scalding water,
Okay.
and that's the end of your turn.
Yep, that's it. That's it for me. Oh, actually, I'm going to use my bonus action to shield dash. Try and push it off.
You used your bonus action due to switching everything.
Oh, I did. Yes, I did.
Yes.
Never mind. Then yes, that's everything.
Valvert's turn as he begins to twist and turn as various other elementals being on the tail. Now the fog completely gone from your view. You notice 4, 5, 6 elementals giving chase behind everyone. Sparks being the one that is able to see most of them at this point.
I can't.
Never mind, you're blind.
I can only see what's in front
You're
of me.
currently handling what's in front of you right now.
I've got 30 feet, that's it.
But I need everyone that doesn't have a fly speed or is tethered to their chair, essentially, to make an acrobatics athletics check, please.
Well, shit.
So I'm
What's
tethered,
that?
so I'm okay.
You're tethered, you're fine.
Okay.
You're on for the ride. He can put your arms
Oh.
up and everything.
Well, I'm like this.
He's holding onto his rod.
Acrobatics, athletics.
No,
Either
no.
Okay.
Yes.
Maybe you shouldn't have run away from me. Just saying.
I love these dice. They're my new favorite dice.
I'm glad the Christmas gift worked.
Wonderful. That's a 20.
Natural.
20 in a row.
No. Modified.
Like I was going to say.
Medic, as you take your naturally sharp clawed fingers and just stick it underneath one of the...
Just sit under a scale.
Yeah, you just
You're
take it
fine.
underneath the scale. Not really hurting Valverde, at least not that much.
Not
but
in a
probably...
way that you care about.
Yeah.
He's got bigger problems.
Yeah,
He's
you're
a
currently holding
bronze
tight.
dragon. Like,
27.
You're fine. As you take one of the unnatural claws of the dragon and hold it with your shield arm as you prepare for the maneuver, you are not a problem. You are just keeping up with your natural flying speed.
Yeah.
That's kind of surprising.
Well,
For the purposes of, I'm not going to go, and you fall behind 60 feet, and you default, like, we got to have
Dragon's
some
moving this fast, but he's maneuvering, so you can tend to put him off. Increase.
You are alone with an elemental. It's going to whack you silly.
I'm alone, though. That's a good thing.
Yeah, you're 10 feet away.
No, it's 5 feet away.
Nicholas is not
It
next
does
to
not
you.
get that bad. So it's going to turn around. You went reckless, so it has advantage.
It does.
Good thing. Does a 16 hit?
No.
Okay, second time. And on the second hit, as he strikes your naturally hard shell, it just takes it like a champion, and he's seeing that you are currently tethered down, he's going to try to attack the chair. That is a 27, so it hits the chair. Depending on how much he does. 7, 8, 8. Plus 5. Roll a d2, please.
A D2. All right. So
D4.
D6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Odds
There we
evens.
go.
No. You know which die you use.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Tentacle means bad.
1, we're good.
The chair remains as he goes underneath and starts to go underneath you. Create almost like a turbulent effect on the very chair that you're on. You hear it creaking and moaning various leather attachments. It has not broken yet, but it's starting to groan.
Whoa.
Don't like this anymore.
Whoa.
It's gonna move her behind. It's gonna shift this direction. Because that dragon scares it.
Understandably so.
Eck, it is your turn. Nicholas, you're on deck after the water element.
Oh shit, I didn't add all the pluses. I forgot about that.
Eck,
Yes.
it's your turn.
There was more damage I didn't do.
He is still next to me. Oh, you son of a bitch. You know what? You want to make me try to fly? I'm going to make you fall.
Okay.
I am alone, so I do not need to go reckless. There's no one near me.
Sure.
One-on-one.
He is behind you, though, and you are strapped in one direction.
Keep hitting, there's more damage I can do. And 20.
And wielding a
points on
great
this.
weapon. Okay. Using your...
I'm not moving, but I'm standing and turning around.
Okay. Unlashing yourself with only a few holding in place. The seat falls away as it falls into the distance. No longer there, as it only had 2 hit points left.
I didn't need that anyway.
As the lightning... Still cinematic, you know?
Oh, yeah. You know what? It doesn't look like it's going to hurt, but this is going to fucking hurt. I don't need to go reckless. I'm going...
You do not, but you do not have advantage. You just straight up.
But I would still get sluggers
If you hit.
if I hit. Correct. I don't know. Does a 32 hit?
Sure.
32.
Roll your damage, buddy. No,
That wasn't even an actual 20. That was not an actual 20 either.
Yeah, plus 12.
It was a 19, but
Fucking
plus
hell.
13 to
Come
hit.
on, let's go. Roll your damage, buddy.
I've got gamblers pumped.
Yeah, you do.
All right, so I am doing 2d6. No lightning, but I do get 2d6 of sluggers.
Yes, you do.
So I'm getting 46 plus 12. It's a little better than last time. Not great, but better than last time. 8, 9, 10, 13 plus 12, 25 points of damage. First attack.
To number 6, right?
Which number is that? Number 6?
Yep.
It's right next to me, right? It's this one, right?
Yeah.
6.
Number 6.
It's still up. Oh,
Second strike.
that's not it. Plus 26.
I don't get sluggers on this one.
No, you do not.
All right. And I don't get my lightning, so it's just going to be the 2d6 plus 12.
Mm-hmm.
12, 15, 21 points of damage, only with the 2d6. That was
As you strike twice, furious into putting 2 nasty gashes into it as it reduces its size to keep its incorporeal form still intact. It's tethered on all the sides that you've been striking it. It is still there, but still. As almost the face almost engages, drops inward to make almost an overly deep, impossibly deep facial of a skull.
Yeah, hurts, doesn't it? And then my bonus action, I am clamping on like a motherfucker.
Tortoiseshell up!
Hanging on to I'm grabbing on to any scale I can find.
Aren't you afraid of flying?
Oh, yes.
I was.
Uh-huh.
He's working on it.
I'm working on it.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. It's afraid of heights, and I've overcome my fear. I'm going to keep telling myself that.
Okay. Until then, you have the frightened condition while in this state. Because you are no longer half a chair.
Do I need to make myself... What was the saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
Didn't matter. 5.
Yeah. Yeah. I have conquered my fear as you're holding for dear life.
Frightened condition. All right. I won't go closer to the thing.
It is now the fire-infused water elemental's turn. What was the cone again? 60? 30. Okay. I need a 30-foot cone.
30-foot cone.
30 foot.
I am not going to give you that.
That's gonna suck.
That is me and me alone.
Well, that's not a cone, but that's a square. Oh, that is a cone. I'm sorry. I couldn't see from your hand. I thought it was a square for a second.
Yeah.
It's funny, that thing completely disappears on the screen unless you're at a 45. The 90 is like gone.
As it glides to your side, Sparks, it's going to take one
It's all
slam
right, no,
attack
it's good.
against you.
It looks great.
Sorry, guys.
It takes one slam attack against you, Sparks.
Yep.
There's a 20 hit.
No.
Okay. As the water just sprays against your shield as you're holding yourself tight against the scaly hide of Valvert, the being in its proximity does hurt you, though.
That's weird, right?
Where's my D10? There's my D10. You take 3 points of fire damage just being next to this furnace of a boiling cauldron that is this water elemental. As it turns around, making this almost like surfing-like face as water just sprays out of its water-like mouth. I need Ek and Vedic to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
An advantage if I can see it.
You want to make that save?
You do not, because you are not in the cone.
Sorry, I was doing math. What am I saving for?
A dexterity saving throw.
Oh.
You
Can I see this?
That's fine.
mm-hmm,
And all of these is
go about this,
check. 4.
because that is magical influences.
Yeah.
Yep. You can, if you let go. Because currently you're hugging the floor.
Yeah. What am I trying to hide?
You're currently being assailed by a cone effect.
Oh, got it.
18.
You succeed. You take half damage.
Oh
Half
boy.
of 3,000 points of damage.
No, I'm going to hang on,
Okay.
and I'm glad I did, because I completely, utterly failed that.
So you fail. What you roll?
6
Total?
total.
Woo! Yeah, you failed. Well, you are not prone.
Okay, I already was.
Yeah, you already were prone, and you're holding on tight, so it does not cause you to go falling or anything. So you're good on that. But I do need.
And I am raging, so I will take half damage if it's normal bludgeoning or striking or whatever.
Fire
so.
damage.
Oh, it's fire. Never mind.
Yep, it's scalding water.
Never mind.
You ever heard? Has anyone here ever had boiled turtle?
Oh, I hate saunas.
I'll take half damage, thanks.
Plus half on top of that because you resistant to fire.
22.
Total
26.
Wow.
29 points of fire damage.
Ow!
Half. So that's 28.
33,
Half. That's going to be
14.
14.
Halved again.
7.
because you're resistant.
7.
7.
I love those double
Taking her
resistances.
like a champ as Venek gets sprayed by scalding water as the very skin is falling off an F.
Oh, suck it off.
I need to make it a Constitution saving throw for concentration.
Yep. Because that's important at this point.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so that's plus 8.
I took 29 points of
18?
damage. 7.
18.
But
You're 5. You're more than 5. You took it like a champ. You took it like a cinematic mode. And he's gonna reduce his form as he becomes 1 inch thick water across the underside of the belly, under the wing, and back to the top of the neck.
Attack opportunity?
You do get attack of opportunity.
Good. Is it immune to grapple?
You don't know.
It's a giant elemental. You don't know.
I'm just gonna hit it with my shield, try and knock it off.
Thank God.
Okay, make a strong
Yeah,
attack.
immune to grapple. It can change into a freaking.
It can
It's
fly.
change its shape and fly. Do you think it's immune to grapple? Probably.
It can't fly, it was traveling through the water rapids.
which we are in.
No longer in.
It's a strength, right?
Yes.
Straight up strength?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 16? 17.
17. Final answer.
Yes.
He rolled a natural 10.
Oh.
Plus his strength of 20.
Well,
That's a 15, so that's a failure. So as he begins to go down onto the water, you find your chance and seem almost like the torrent of water that seems to be at the foundation of it, and you turn your shield around and use it almost like a scoop as you lift it up and feel the force of it, almost as it's trying to shoot it out in other direction with this pressurized water of scalding energy. You do take, because you're touching it,
Feel the force. Puke.
7 plus 8, so that's going to be 15 points of fire damage, I'll say.
ow.
Because you're scooping it out as you put all your force, almost causing you to jump with it as you scoop it just before it's able to truly get into the underbelly of Battlefields. Luckily, actually, he's not immune to fire damage, so that would have helped a lot. As this lump of water that seems to be containing itself falls into oblivion. Followed by spruce into the ocean. But we'll get to that later.
I'm sure that didn't.
Nicholas, it is your turn.
Cool. I am going to. These two are still up and that one's gone?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I'm going to twin cast Tasha's Mind Whip on the two that are here.
Ooh.
I'm going to use my Shadowfell Shard to make it where they take disadvantage on int, and I'm going to need them to make int saving throws.
Awesome. Great. Elementals and their intelligence, they are known for.
Yep.
That's cool.
That was my understanding.
So, disadvantage with a natural 20 and a natural 17 for the first one. That's going to bring it to 15.
It does not pass.
Okay. Okay. Second one. I know you can do it, buddy. So that is 9 and 11. So no. Fails on that.
So much.
Yeah.
I can't get this to load. Can you pull up Tasha's Mind?
Yep.
Because I don't remember what the damage is.
Oh yeah, we have terrible self-reception down here. And internet in general.
I'm assuming it's several 8s. I know that they can, on their next turn, only take one action, bonus action, or reaction. They cannot do.
Understood.
Tasha's Mind Whip, second level spell. You psychically lash out at one creature. 3d6 psychic damage. Can't make a reaction until the end of its next turn.
Wait, that means they can't make a reaction? Is there more to it? Oh, moreover, it must choose whether it gets a move, an action, or a bonus action. It only gets one of the 3.
I'm sorry, I suck.
Yes,
It's fantastic.
I'm aware. That's
Why
why
am I taking
cast
this
it.
spell?
Because you're into divination bullshit instead of fucking with people's minds.
Medic on the side. That's an awesome spell. Why did I know that? Followed by your retort.
10 damage.
So elemental 6, as the mind went, it got, and it just almost like a static tearing of each direction. It is obliterated.
This one?
Number 6.
Hey.
As 12 is, 9 is still there, but looks just like.
He had that. So with that in mind,
Okay.
he looking real rough.
He's looking rough.
Cool. Alright, I am gonna use my bonus action, and there's gonna be a shadow dog that lands right on his head.
From the various shadow energies that can almost make a small little vortex of black void, followed by just a dog.
Yeah.
The black void around it suddenly grows teeth and a smile.
Cool. So he's going to use his bonus attack. That is a 21.
Hits.
Cool. I need him to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. They rolled a natural 2.
He goes prone!
He's immune to prone. It's an air elemental, sorry.
Alright, 13 piercing damage.
Ooh. He's still up.
However, I do think that since my dude, like, launched on top of him, he should at least not, careen to the ground on his next turn. He should...
He's okay. So
should stay
he's
magical.
able to morph into objects. This thing is made of angry air, essentially.
Right. Of course.
He's immune to grapple, normal circumstance. He's immune to being prone. Make a athletics check or a strength check to see how good he's able to run up angry air.
18.
18? Okay, so doing almost like a in place jog.
Okay.
This shadow hound is just going as it's just furious, going up the elemental as it's flying into place, using its unique capabilities of able to morph into creatures and other objects momentarily, but just enough to keep it in place.
Cool. Alright, now it's my turn.
Let's see how it likes a firebolt.
Ooh. Well, I don't know if fire's going to help.
I got rid of the other one.
Does a 17 hit it?
Yes, it does.
Oh, good.
Nice.
This is like the third time now.
Whoosh. The sound that comes out of that.
20
That's
fire
all Simon's game, huh?
With 20 HP left, how would you like to do this?
Paul, I love my people. Paul.
And almost like a firework, it gets hit with the firebolt and goes like a good 20 feet outwards before.
Like a firework.
Yeah.
Sorry about your dog.
Woo!
I just like to point out, this is like the third time now that I've used my shield to knock something off of the battlefield.
You've got a gift.
Not to kill it, but just to get rid of it.
Oop. Hold on. We need to put our...
We don't.
Yes, we do. We need to
Oh,
put
yeah,
our
you
deal
need to
back
put-
up before you change the deal. Otherwise, we'll see all the rigging. Don't. No,
Nope,
we're
too
doing
late.
reflection, dude. All right. Let me go ahead.
Behold! Our underbelly.
Yeah.
There we go. As you guys are gathering your senses, holding on for dear life as as Beliver is continuing to move.
Before the wings disappear, I go take my seat and relash in.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I forgot about that.
It's not there.
I did not. No dying.
It's not there
You
anymore.
can't make
His is not there,
Oh.
theirs are. Theirs are a little damaged. But not very
Leave me the
damaged.
Draco form. He stays for a while.
He might be useful.
He has a duration measured in hours.
Oh, really?
So, as Balvert is giving chase, running from the various elementals that are following them, some of them peeling off, seemingly to gather attentions elsewhere. And as you also see the river, the ocean that is around this island start to sway and move. Various streams lined, moving towards your direction, almost like as if an invisible high-propellant force is under the water. 10, 100, 1,000 feet as you get closer and closer to this massive Goliath of a creature. This island-sized turtle. Sea turtle, in fact, as you see the flippers moving casually based off its proportions, but based off the actual size of the creature at quite a speed. As you guys get roughly 1,500 feet from the beach side of this island turtle, they begin to peel off and seemingly going back towards the fog wall. The water dies down to hearing nothing more than a gradual beach that gently hit with the reef, followed by the movement of the ocean of this island-size moving object, moving in a direction or destination that you're not aware of. Before you're given much time to think and ponder where you're to land, Balver begins to dive bomb immediately towards the beach, with the air whizzing past your eardrum. Eck, holding on for your dear life with your passive athletics. You do not need the roll, but you're all just holding on because your seat has been destroyed.
Yes,
and it's just gone. As the rest of you have lashed yourself in, I'm assuming you.
I'm holding on.
Oh, you're holding on? Your athletics, you're fine. Yeah, you're a beef boy. As he dives.
+9, nothing terrible.
Lands with a heavy and immediately starts shaking like a wet dog.
I'm off.
Get off me! As his head comes around and almost like starts to nip at you guys as you're starting to slide down. Nicholas?
Yep.
On or off?
I mean, I'm gonna get off, but I'm gonna take my sweet time if he's gonna be a prick about it.
I'm getting off, get off.
As soon as you guys land on the beach.
Like, legitimately, if he nips at me, I'm gonna, flick his nose. Like, this is the most dismissive I can be.
Make a acrobatics athletics check.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay. Yes, you can.
What? That's a 20 plus something.
Alright, so I'm out of rage.
We'll go with acrobatics, that's better. So 20... Do we do that house rule thing? That's plus 5. Okay,
Oh,
so
shit.
28.
28. So, even with a 7, he rolled a 26. Wait. I think he has a plus 16. Hold on, let me double check. He's an Angel Dragon. What do you think?
Can I
think he's a
get that again? Can I get that again from you?
Get what? This?
Thank you.
No, he's not proficient in athletics. So you definitely beat him. He does not have a plus 16, but he still has a absurd bonus. So as he tries to nip at you, you just go... You flick him in the nose, and with this combined of the shadow energy that is you, actually causing him to... As he just...
Oh, God! It's everywhere!
I got this.
You eventually get off, Albert. And as soon as you land, he immediately... and flies up.
Thank you.
Dragon Ward, remember our promise! You enter my home, you die.
How do I return the blindfold?
Another dragon's roar in the distance that echoes in the mountain horizon.
I'll probably get close.
We should send him a gift.
Was this a one-way trip?
No,
Yes.
we had the paintings.
That's true, we do. Right.
We planned this, remember?
Can we not go into the painting stuff again?
Really? Because I've got the dice.
Can we not?
What type of diagram is it? Huh? I feel like you need a visual aid here.
I'm going to murder you
Underneath the little skull and some dice.
Consult the bones.
I'm gonna banish myself back to the Shadow Throne and leave you here.
We're gonna need 3 goats, a man who can play a trumpet, and someone who can do their
It's
hands
pretty
like
bad
this.
when someone says I need to banish myself.
All right, so where have we found ourselves?
I'm flipping.
what kind of ground do we have here? Is it like
You're
It's
currently
like
on a beach.
sand.
Now this beach side that's maybe a few thousand
Aldi,
feet
I
at most. The beach actually gradually goes in for another few hundred before it promptly dives into the ocean. I wonder why. As you're looking around, looking at the various luscious, hundreds of foot tall jungle trees with the various vines and plants and shrubberies that are pushed against each other, as you look upon a lush jungle canopy. As you hear various sounds of chirping birds, clicking noises of something hitting its beak against the trees, followed by apes and other creatures that are making up the wildlife on this backside island. That is the current thing that you see, apart from the various hillsides that go up a little taller, but you have to take a few steps back because of the canopies of the actual trees, along with a mountainside seemingly closer to the peak, the center of this domain.
Does one have to be close to the head of a creature in order to telepathically connect with it, or can one just be within a certain range of?
I will say,
part
since
of
the
creature?
entire creature is this island, I would say the head, where the brain is.
Fine.
But if it happens to have a second brain,
Which
you
it probably
find
does
it.
based on the size.
Yeah.
I mean,
would you
I'm
like to
kind of
proceed?
like low-key poke for it, but if I don't find it,
Well,
meh.
now
You
that
find a couple, small sand crabs, a couple of insects, but there are too base intelligence in order to create hold. But as far as you can tell, you can't seem
Can
to.
I nudge the insects, towards me, so that way I can easily snatch and eat them?
Make a animal handling check.
So, were you told where to go on this island?
actually
18.
18? Yes. It takes a little bit as you kind of have to maneuver the spell in a way that is not intended, but you're able to coax it using your capabilities as a sorceress and as a psychonaut, essentially.
Cool. You just see bugs flying towards me, and I just snatch them out of the air and eat them.
I'm apparently apparently everyone is happy. Sparks, you had asked me where we're supposed to go
here.
once we arrive. This is the part that I don't know. All I had was we get to the world turtle. If we can get to the world turtle, we can hopefully find a resonant power that might be able to help us in
Check your butt.
defeating.
What would you like to know?
Can you help us? Maybe consult the bones where we should go next.
It's always the bones
And we're looking
this
for a
way.
light up there.
Oh, you're
Question
Well,
is,
then-
how much power to bring to bear here?
Well, the trick is now that we're here, this looks like a much larger place than we thought. Look, and we can't even tell that we're actually on the back of a turtle.
It looks like an
Is it
island.
turtle or turtle? I don't
How
know.
long did we have?
I want to listen. Does it even
To what?
respond?
We had about a week, 7 days. We currently used 4, we're on our 5th.
I thought we had 10 days. We worked it out.
7 days was when his execution was. It was a week, right?
Let me check the power.
All right. In that case,
We don't exactly have.
I can see we're going to need some hefty.
Hefty.
I remember that his execution was in 7 days. We're on day 5. We're strapped for time.
It's good.
Yeah. I had apparently turned it off. Sorry about that.
Give me a moment. All right. I am going to ritual divination.
Understood.
Your magic.
And it is within the 7 days of last time you cast it, mind you.
Oh, it's for every day. Every day can screw me up, but I can do it once a day and nothing bad.
Oh,
happens.
okay. I'm thinking of something different then.
You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. The GM offers a truthful reply. The reply may be a short phrase, cryptic rhyme, or an omen. So, where on this island does Eck need to go? bones.
The bones tell you nothing.
Reading the bones,
I need to
there
read
are
it.
multiple avenues.
The bones tell you nothing.
They tell you multiple avenues. Deciphered.
Too many love for this child.
One. seems-
Forget the bird.
No. There are multiple avenues that would lead to power, is what you're seeking. One of them, something about a priest frog.
Priest frog?
A frog that is a priest.
That can't be right. The bones are smoking again. This
Something about
priest frog.
friendly, timely harmony elementals.
Tiny,
Harmony
friendly,
elementals?
Harmony
And
elementals?
approaching the head of the world turtle.
We
And
need to.
apparently-
That is a shopkeeper!
that is apparently a shopkeeper.
We need to.
The head of the turtle, specifically. His butt has nothing to say.
Turtle has wares if you have coin.
We need to head toward.
What about inflatable dicks here?
Head towards the head.
Really?
We will find
Do we know which way the head is?
friendly elementals. Oh, I can do that too if you like.
Do we?
I don't know if we're
I
are we
assume-
left, right, center, or
Did you not see it when we came in? It was going in a direction. Turtles don't
Excuse me,
tend to swim
excuse me,
backwards.
There was these dangerous things in the air and water that were vying for my attention. I wasn't looking around to go, oh, there's
Wait,
a
no,
bones!
wait,
The bones are talking to me.
Wait. Nicholas, are you able to fly up and see which way the turtle is going by chance?
Has it been a minute?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it hasn't been over a minute.
There are no wings.
As soon as you look at her and begin to describe it, in mid-French, it just kind
Oh, Dratoform
Oh, yes.
of... Can it actually speak?
speaks. It understands my languages, and yes, I believe it speaks Draconic.
Okay, yeah, but what kind of personality does this thing have?
It's a gold dragon. What do you want it to have?
Snobby.
Currently in a moment of taking various seashells that have washed up on the shore, kind of making various judgment on its coloration and stuff like that. Turns around. Oh, fine.
We need to know where the head is. All right, and be aware of. I said we need to know where the head is. What are you still doing here?
Ooh, what?
All right, and there's friendly elemental harmony elementals along the way. And what was the other clue?
So there was the frog priest.
And the frog priest. I can't believe the bone. I think the bones are wrong, but it says frog priest.
Priest that is a frog or a frog that is a priest?
Yep. Pucker up. Could be a frog. All right, that's the bone. Them's the bones.
That's pretty bare bones.
That's all that they can do, unfortunately. The prophecy is weird. You've ever heard of Cassandra's curse?
Can't say I have.
Cassandra's a prophetess in another realm. Doesn't really matter at this point. The point is, she was more powerful. She was the most powerful prophetess to ever exist in this realm. That realm. And so the problem is that she was so accurate that any prophecy she gave was completely unavoidable and inescapable. Just the act of her giving prophecy doomed the prophecy person, the person who's seeking prophecy or seeking advice, to be cursed. It doomed them to follow prophecy, no matter what she did. The more accurate and precise the prophecy, the more you are doomed to follow it. So prophecy, those of us with the gift, we have to deal in vagaries.
He fudges so people don't kill him when he's right.
That's really accurate.
Vague, specific. I understand it now.
Excellent. Where's the head?
Bloody hell, sorry about that. The head is that direction.
Excellent. You've been useful.
Well, thank you.
Is that a rarity?
I'm not sure.
Don't answer that
This is the
question.
first time I've dealt with this one.
I mean, you did make me.
Out of memory, I mean,
Necessity?
He's saying this in Draconic, so it's more like...
I mean, I was always a prick, but I don't know I was that much of a prick.
What was very interesting is that this.
You used to be a dragon?
Huh? What were you saying?
What was very interesting.
What?
Is
What? What? What?
Memory.
What was very interesting is that this place seemed to talk to me when we were on the dragon. I heard it speak to me.
Is it not talking to you now?
I'm
Well,
listening.
I mean,
I don't think so.
we can go that way.
And
That way.
Can you communicate with the devils back in the place where I got you? Is that a thing you do?
Roll a d100.
We can go that way. That way's the head.
That was the head.
now where's the head?
That way.
So I turn toward the head and go,
85.
A few seconds pass. Nothing. For both of you.
Right.
it's not talking to me anymore.
Well, we can go to the
I
head.
have to go in the painting, and then I'll be gone for a day.
Do you want to be gone for a day? I mean, we're talking to a world-sized turtle.
Do one of you want to go in and get the devils back?
I can't guarantee they're not going to try and attack us, though.
They cannot yet.
Yeah. I mean, do you know that they're not going to be able to attack us for a day?
Is anybody willing to go in there?
I guess I can handle a bone devil.
If you're willing to go in there, you can go in there. Someone needs to go in there and get them, and it's going to take a day for the picture to
Yeah,
come
we'll go. We'll need them eventually, so they'll be fine. If they're alive, they're alive. It's okay.
back. If we're going to need them, we're going to need you. But just because we have you doesn't mean we won't need them.
This is fair. Let's just go to the head and figure it out from there. Because
Adds to the counter.
we don't have time to dilly-dally. So,
This is rather quaint here.
I pull up a picture, I hand it to you, and I wait to materialize through.
okay.
1 minute passes as you are stippled out of existence. As the dots that make your color palette expand until only a few remains before they pop all at once.
It's still
And you
fucking
are
really
on
cool.
the other side, looking at the now very dark area that you see just fine, known as the Dormant One's Chambers. You're currently on the beach, and we'll get to you guys in a moment.
Onward, to the head.
Go with them.
Okay.
So she can come back for another day, right?
24 hours.
Or is it 24 hours or the next day? It could be like 1 hour, depending if it was like the start of another day at the sunrise. When is the sun? Where is the sun in the sky?
Is that how magic works?
Make a
Very
survival check.
Okay.
Here's the thing. They say cursed for 1,000 years, and when you've got the forces of creation in your hand, you can be forgiven to be wrong by a couple
19.
of decades.
19.
It's about 2
Okay.
o'clock in the afternoon.
So it's in the afternoon, so we might not see her till the next morning. It's at least probably 10 to 12 hours before we see her again. If not, up to more. But
It'll be fine. Let's go that way.
if we go that way, is she going to be able to come where we're at? Is she
Where
gonna,
just bring the painting, right?
bring the painting. Very good. We have to keep the paint. Put the painting on my back.
I'm holding it still.
Put the painting on my back. And have it open so that she needs to come through. I guess it doesn't matter right now, but we can't have it rolled up, right?
It's in a frame.
It's not. It's a whole frame.
Yes.
Where are you putting that?
Bag of holding.
It don't. It fits into a bag of holding.
Yeah.
Barely.
You've been cooling this thing for this long, and you're trying to get into specifics now. Oh, Lord.
It's Eck. It's what I do.
I understand.
Excellent.
It's a portrait. It's not
I'm
a
in the
freaking
other
mural.
realm taking a day-long break from Eck. That's what it's
The smell of decay has left the facility.
Ooh, buddy.
Let's
Do you
meander
find-
along. I figure if we go along the edge of the water's edge, that ultimately it comes around to where the head is.
Solid reasoning.
Yeah, fair. I mean, we're on its shell probably, right?
And we don't have to trudge through a jungle. We can kind of maneuver
Wait a minute.
along the water's edge.
Does it ever go underwater?
Don't ask that right now.
But it has trees.
Yes.
Seeing off to the beach side that you're on, a giant fin currently lifting up. Not completely out of the water as it just gradually,
Shit.
from your point of view, and after a solid 5 minutes of lifting up, it begins to lower again.
You mean flipper?
A flipper. Yeah, not a fin. Yeah, a flipper.
Flip.
We knew it.
Okay,
Yes.
I
no,
have seen.
It mattered because we might have been on the wrong fucking island. That is,
I have seen.
It matters.
Well, turtle, two very different things.
I have seen some very impressive dracoforms.
This thing's huge.
This thing is huge and strong.
That fin look. Pardon me. That
Flipper.
flipper looks about at least several miles long.
Would this be what's known as a titan?
I think this makes Titans look small.
I think this doesn't care what titans are.
Uh,
Come, let's head towards the head then.
Yes.
Let's commune with our
So
destiny.
we'll sit along the beach and the forest edge, making our way
Easy
toward
trek
what we
around, too.
believe the head is at.
In the direction that the gold dragon has given direction. On the way, about an hour's worth of travel.
All right. Dragon goes.
Right before that, oh bother.
And I go,
Oh,
you
shite.
know what? It's rather dry here. And I throw out 3 balls.
3 fluffy balls
3
later,
fluffy balls. And we will see.
while
your
you're
fluffy
generating
balls at
that,
us.
Nicholas,
Yep.
you find both your doubles currently playing hide and seek in the corpse of the dormant one.
okay.
As a way to keep yourself entertained.
It
I
was
basically
also.
whistle and let them know I'm here, and then I kind of like.
It takes more than a few seconds before the bone devil, with his insect wings, comes to the entrance that is the hole to look into the cavity of the dormant one's holding cell. Mistress.
We've got time. You do your thing. I was just letting you know I was here.
Oh, good. I'll be back.
To be clear, your thing has the same limitations regarding any potential destruction of me and how you're not allowed to work towards that. Yeah.
Just insects flying off the ceiling.
And a jackal,
Okay.
an ape,
Okay.
and a giant hyena.
Oh, understood. These new companions now, born from the Fae, as they almost mold from the sand itself, shaking the fur of the various creatures. As you're traveling, with your passive perception, Ek, you see this first. As you see waterlogged logs, wood, parts of like curved, definitely worked wood, half buried in the sand, followed by what looks to be broken crates.
Does this look like a crashed ship?
Followed by a mast half buried in the sand.
Let's. You
Shipwreck.
know what? I think we have an opportunity to do some salvage. Let's take a look.
Shipwreck.
Just start digging around and see if we can find.
And as you start looking a little farther in the distance, they're not like it's massive. It's like all over the place. It's like occasional shipwrecks, followed by overturned boats, parts of a ship or a rigging that is sticking out of the sand itself.
You know,
That hasn't been completely taken off into the ocean forever.
these are probably people who have tried to find the world portal.
Well, they did find it. The problem is that they never got off.
Well, they probably couldn't get through the mist. We had a dragon. That was probably a good few miles of mist
True.
and elementals, and something. And the dragon was obviously fighting something much larger than ours.
Well, the
So-
trick is that yes, it's not only just getting here. I don't even know if they think they were trying to get here. I have a feeling these are just folks who are sailing the wrong shipping lanes. At the wrong time of the year.
Well, I don't even know the heck we are. We're out in the middle of nowhere.
Look, if we're facing this way, and this is the beach line, and out there, look at the size of that flipper. If that is that way, then we are. Okay, where's the sun? 2 o'clock. The sun.
I would say about southeast.
We're heading southeast.
So look, here's the map that I have. We're way the fuck out here. We're just stuck to the side of the map here. The map doesn't update anywhere past here. We're not actually on the map anymore.
I know that. and having relevance to the map that we know to the map we don't know is irrelevant. Oh my god, I'm starting to sound like Vedic.
So are you rubbing off on him or is he rubbing off on you? Don't answer that.
Forward. Yes, I'd like to do some. Let's look around for salvage of these apparent
Are there any
shipwrecks. that have
flags?
Probably been here a long time. They're half buried in the sand.
Any tattered flags remains?
Make
Any
a
markings?
investigation check.
Markings on crates or something?
Okay.
10.
10. As far as you can tell, no. As you're going from one crate to another, most of them very buried into it. It's been clear that they've been here for a while.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know like how long in terms of time because it's not exactly a natural reef, so it's not like due process of it's this buried. It's going to be here for 3 years. You don't know. Kind of situation. As you go from one crate to another, it's clear that someone has already pillaged and moved on, or has cleared the area of anything of worth. Moving from crates, looking for symbols, looking for any sort of like signing of or anything, you don't find anything. Or at least the parts that are broken off has nothing.
He's been here far too long.
Yeah, imagine so.
Let's keep moving forward.
Make a perception check.
Perception.
I was, of course,
Make a perception
looking. I don't know if we want to help or.
You probably have better perception. I'm going to help you.
Okay. So I'm rolling an advantage then?
Mm-hmm. And Vedic, you're off to the side, picking bugs or something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
20.
There are several shipwrecks just kind of gently sprinkling the side of the beaches.
21.
21. A little off in the distance and the direction that you're heading towards, you see a back part of the vessel that has washed up or has crashed into the beach line. And is currently posted up, but backwards towards the ocean, where there's a, area where there would be an overhanging where you can see the internal parts of the ship. But right now it's shadowed so that it's a little harder to see in the side, and you're not at the right angle anyway. Most of it half buried so that it's only like the top deck that it's not buried itself. And you start to see gleams of like reflective metal from the inside.
Some shiny things are still residing over there. Let's get a little closer to the water's edge and take a look?
Why not?
May as well.
Let's do it. It's generally in the direction we're headed, right? It's not like we're
on
turning
beach.
around, so let's go take a look. We'll walk toward it.
And getting closer, about 100 feet later, and you're getting about 50 feet on this close. As you start positioning yourself, you start to see various bits of cloth, a flag, or various pieces of wood with color that has been placed on it. Heavily sunbaked, but still, whatever had some sort of detail and other things has been placed slightly inside, but making some sort of like canopy, as if something has been forging some sort of shelter of just mishmash things.
I think there might be survivors that have lived here for some time, and they may or may not still be here. This looks like they have been making a place to reside while they survive. So be on your lookout. We don't know if they are friend or foe.
Can I make a history roll or something like that to see how long these
Make a history roll, because ships do have designs.
I'm going to look around underneath flags specifically, looking for any tally marks of how long
Are
they've
you
been here.
approaching it?
I'm going to approach
Can
it.
you roll a natural 20 again?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, man!
Those dice.
I'm
are
gonna have
crazy.
to put a hex on those dice.
So, what does that turn into? That turns into 34.
It's entirely possible that this is just the universe's way of saying Drake shouldn't come back.
You know, Benny was supposed to be a temporary character.
I'm aware.
This
I'm just
is-
encouraging that to not be true.
I'm actually having more fun with it, so.
You do not remember the continent because I don't remember it myself. But this is the continent that is above the continent of Verosia, that is above the sea line itself, where there's a giant grass plain of beast folk that live there.
Beast folk.
Beast
Can
folk,
you vague that up a little bit?
meaning elephant people. We're talking about lion people. We're talking about cheetah people. We're talking about...
The Leonids we've already seen.
Yes, but we're talking about an entire continent, entire kingdom based off of those individuals,
Oh.
including those that are more ape than human. Seeing the various different architecture, but those are not even quite right. This is at least 200 to 300 years old. This single part of the vessel, seeing the various curves and elongated part, almost like a desert vessel. That is slightly almost like Egyptian shaped, if that makes sense.
It would be like a sky ship?
Not a sky
No,
ship.
in other words, this predates any of our sky technology, any of the Verosian or the.
It's been here a long time. Well, the wreck has been here a long time, but the question is whoever has made this as a residence, are they still here?
Right, and are they in any way related to the original occupants of the ship?
I'd be very surprised.
But so
With that natural 20, you start to see the shimmering that's on the inside. Still very dark, but the various lights are poking through the various holes of the deck, gleaming and shifting, almost like a light off of a disco ball. Just shifts ever so slightly with movement.
there's something to hear. We have to investigate further.
Hello?
That's a good call.
All we know is that we were supposed to. Sorry, prophecy gets a little weird here.
Is anyone home?
All we know
Getting
is
a
that we
little
were
closer,
supposed to
20
head
feet.
towards the head, not get there. So this may be exactly what we're looking for.
I'm unarmed. Sword's gone, shield on the back.
We haven't seen a statue half buried in the sand with a raising torch. So I think we're still good.
We're the members of the Silver Menagerie.
Oh yeah, that'll do.
Because
It's
I'm
dark
sure
on the
anyone who's been
inside.
on
And
the-
even with
has
your...
been trapped
Wait,
on
do you still have your blind sight thing on?
Well, once I get close enough to
Okay.
it, I'm like 30 feet away from
Having
the
your
wall.
eyes
It's one of
adjust
those
a
things
little
you
bit,
put-
starting to see the inside, seeing the various debris of color and fabrics and netting and fishnets.
Once I get within 30 feet, I'm going to put it on just
It
so I can kind of see
continues on
through
the
the wall.
inside of just a ratness of various trinkets, goods, and crates that have color or netting or roping, and a pile of what looks to be reflective bits of metal, spoons, pottery, or armor plating of what looks to be guard armor and helms that have been just placed in the corner where various light is currently reflecting off.
Interesting.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. That seems like be a good way to start this.
That'd be a good one.
How long are you taking to cast this?
Give me a moment. I'll see.
I'm not going
I
inside.
think I
sorry,
actually
sorry.
haven't prepared. I don't know.
This is like at the mouth of...
I'm going to be putting on my
I have to cast it as a ritual. It's so it takes 10 minutes.
I'm putting on my blind sight and I'm walking the perimeter.
You
Make
can't
a-
walk around the whole thing, can you? Because it's water's edge.
It's water's edge, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's mostly on the beach with a little bit of water hitting the backside.
Right.
Am I able to walk around it
We
at all
don't
without
know.
going
We
into the
don't
water?
know if this is high tide or low tide.
Okay.
Meaning we don't know if it's going down or up. So
Well, I will
So I
walk
don't
along
think
the edge.
tides work that way on a living turtle.
if it goes down, the tide goes up.
It's high tide! As it's diving in the ocean.
Yeah. So take a couple of minutes, throw out Detect Magic, and then I can hold it for a little while and walk around with it.
Okay. As you're walking the perimeter, not much is outside of it. You see the various holes that have the wood rot that is completely
Specifically
woven
using
away.
blind sight
Yeah, or using blind sight.
to try and peer through the walls a
Make
little bit.
a perception check, since you're using sight that is beyond normal means.
Yeah, that's not terrible. By not terrible, I mean pretty good.
As you're still doing the ritual casting of detect magic.
I'm kind of digging this blind sight. Modified 20.
Modified 20?
Mm.
As you're intaking the sounds, feeling the vibrations of the air, tasting the salt of the ocean, and inhaling the various smells of this wood drying and partly wet. You also smell what could be smelled as almost like seafood, fish, rotting fish. That's what you get. Seemingly inside the vessel.
How wide do I think the vessel is?
Okay, so the back part that is showing lengthwise is about, we'll say 40 feet, and the width of it is about 20 feet.
Jump.
Whoa.
Over.
As you land on the top of it.
Over.
Oh, over. Okay.
She could jump all the way over.
Strength. With
20 feet across.
yeah, with times 3. With D&D math, you would make it over.
Wow.
Making a small crater on the other side.
Wow. That's almost a small building.
I'm just checking. I'm on the other side. I'm just checking.
Actually, that's almost a tall building
At this time,
that he
you
made
finish
in
your
a
casting.
single bound.
Okay.
You see small items inside the vessel that seem to glow with interest. Some of them partly buried, as you see almost like a part of almost the end of a stick, something covered over it like a cloth and a piece of wood, followed by what looks to be a bushy tail of like a broom, followed by what looks to be a piece of gold with a part that hangs down and has a flat surface with a symbol carved into it, and another object that is buried underneath part of the stacks of armor that have mostly rusted away, but still have a polished, reflective surface.
Alright, let's take them from top to bottom. Let's start with the stick.
You would have to enter the ship if you want to.
I'm going to do the top.
And there's no, like, I'm looking, there's no obvious wards.
Make a perception check or investigation check. Terms of magic, absolutely not.
Okay, then yes, I absolutely want to check for traps. That's sort of my shtick.
And once that is all confirmed up, we'll jump back up on the top.
Investigation. Guidance at that. 16, 25.
25. As far as you can tell, no. But then you start to look at the pile of scrap, and you see a slight, almost like a reverberation in terms of magical field, like almost like a triple layer of like very, very faint.
The pile of scrap inside.
Yes, of the polished metal sheen.
What do you see? That
There's something odd about that pile of detritus.
looks normal for me.
It does, but there's something magical about it, and it's not normal. Do I have a school, since I'm detect magic?
No school, as far as you can tell, for that. Of the various schools of the other items, there's one of divination, one of evocation, and one of evocation, I would say.
Alright, so be very careful. There's no obvious wards or traps, but that doesn't mean that this isn't guarded.
It's not guarded?
Make another crater behind Vanek.
No, I'm on top
Yeah, sure.
of it. I'm on top of it.
Oh, on top of it,
I heard them talking, so just
roll a d20.
Oh fuck!
Oh,
As
shit.
you land on the top of the vessel and you're
15.
15, you don't fall through.
It's not guarded.
If anyone should go through first, it's you.
Okay. Stairs.
There's a stair down, though most of the stairs have collapsed inward or are broken.
Just hop down, swing.
Do you think this is something?
As you start walking towards the stairs.
Crank.
Oh God!
Okay.
Nope. And
This thing's been here too long for you to be.
okay,
crawling
so
around on
about
top of
20
it.
feet to the back where the stairs are, you fall through with one foot. As you see the foot on inside, followed by the 500-pound spark falling inward, with a heap of dust spilling out from the domain.
I'm in.
And you hear like rattling of various metal pieces that are just scattered all over the place, ceiling, wall, outer, and under the sand as they start to levitate towards you, and you feel the pull of your armor and your metal hide. As you start to slide backward, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, okay.
As all the little bits of metal pieces start to pull towards the metal reflective pile.
That's not great. That's gonna be 18.
18. What's the DC? I know. Whatever.
What's happening in there? But you're making a lot of racket in there.
That's not just me.
Ah, there it is. Why did they?
I'm getting pulled in.
You're holding yourself in place, but you remember this feeling of like almost like a lodestone pulling you in.
A little run.
As various, as all the metal around in the actual area get pulled into the single scrap hide that was most of the metal parts. As you're currently held in place.
I'm walking myself in. Just walking in.
As the pile begins to lift up, as you see a insect leg, another insect leg, a crab claw, and an elongated shrimp body with the various not tendrils, but the sensory or things that it has with the elongated.
The big eyes and stuff. The eye stalks.
What big eye stalks you have?
On
it's-
a lobster, the big long mustache type.
Yeah, mustache type things. What are those?
Their antenna.
Antennae. As it starts to lift up, seemingly as you. I need you to make another strength saving throw.
Is it
As that
pulling him in?
magnetic pull.
And we're not
seems to try to
we
pull
can't see
you
this at
again.
all because he's up inside the ship.
No, you're seeing this at the front of the.
I
need a hand
Yeah, we're looking at a hole. We're watching this whole thing in stereo.
I'll take that. That is going to be a 31.
31.
Whoa, what'd you roll?
You're getting a little farther out,
16
and as soon
plus
as you
6.
leave the ship vessel,
Plus 9.
you get all the way out, and you're free from the magnetic pull as the lobster kind of before laying back down and vibrating real quickly to get the sand over its ligaments, claws, and rest of the body, just leaving the pile of metallic surfaces on its body.
Well, we figured out what it was. I think it might have
Well done. I told you you were the perfect person to get.
it might have a lodestone on it. Or lockstone.
Oh, what?
It was something, a little block of metal that was able to be turned on and off that was, it would
I didn't
blah,
know
blah.
about it being turned off.
It got stuck to metal. Remember that we used it
Yes,
in the
yes.
Dwarven
I've
City?
had it. I've had a small piece of it
Yeah,
before.
it's about yay big and it sticks to metal. But you can pull it off. It's really, really strong and attractive to
You
it.
can pull it off if you're strong enough, depending on the size of
The
it.
dwarves use it.
It's called a lodestone. I actually have a small piece on my but it's rather small. But the thing is that this looks like it's almost more like a trap.
Oh, absolutely.
Or hunting grounds.
Hunting grounds? Oh,
Well, whatever that is, it's armored.
but something lived here before. You think that was it? I mean, I
Past
don't want
tense.
to go in any further if this
Past
is.
tense, maybe something came in, ate the occupants, and now it uses this as its.
And when I say lobster, this thing is about the size of a horse.
Okay, well, we know where it is. Want to just blast it from here?
you say blasted from here, as if our blaster wasn't 12 hours away and across the world.
Well, someone isn't made of metal.
Oh yeah.
I don't have any range.
As I go,
I do.
all my shit goes and dumps down the real pile.
I forgot I
I
had
pull
range
the
for a
quick
moment.
release and all my stuff.
I imagine Eck probably has quick release, and everything just slips off.
It's made canon a while ago, so yes,
Mind the
don't
sword, you might lose the sword.
Oh.
As you're holding this bedazzled, curved metal sword that's curling with electrical energy.
That's a problem. That's a problem. I've gotten rid of all of my pots and pans, and I still have a sword. I can only bite it for so long. I mean, that's
okay. You just gotta hold it for as long as I can put more rounds into it.
Is it intelligent? Nicholas would tell us if it was intelligent or not.
But here's the thing.
It's probably intelligent.
Do we really need to do anything about this?
So as soon as Nicholas leaves, you guys are just sitting in front of this wrecked ship.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah, she's sitting in the thing like, those assholes are probably sitting there in front of a ship staring at shit.
It's like, they're probably about to pick a fight with something. They have no idea what it is.
Answer me this.
Tweedledee, Tweedledum, Tweedledummer.
Is there anything magical in there aside from obviously the crap?
Oh, yeah, lots of stuff. Like, that's magical, and that's magical, and that's magical.
As you just release the sound of a 50 cal in this soothing,
Jesus.
relaxing beat side.
Count to three. Count to three.
18! 3! Bang!
It hits. Roll an attack.
Oh my god.
I was not going to engage this thing. I was
really
I
not
was
going
not
to.
going to. There's no value to engage this thing, you son of a bitch.
I want the one stun.
I have one.
I want another one. $14 points of piercing.
As you release the first one, you see a sparking of metal as it collides against the hide that is covered by metal bits, armor pieces, and flattened out helms. It enters and you see a spot of gray blood as the claws immediately explode from the sand and immediately starts moving towards you. You're not done, of course.
Nope. Bang!
Making another attack.
That's gonna be a modified 20.
You know what? I have a feeling all my packs are going. Oh, shit.
We'll get to that in a moment. Hits.
No. All my shit's about to fly past me.
That's gonna be 12 points of piercing.
Okay. It takes it. So it takes it for a moment, takes a few steps back before moving towards you faster and faster. Everyone roll initiative. Sparks, you've already done your turn. Because this is not a surprise round. It knew that.
It knew it was something was gonna happen.
23.
Okay.
16.
Okay.
17.
17.
That's good.
So it's going to be Vedic, the lobster. I'll just say it because I'm not going to read that. Sparks, Ek. So Vedic, it's your turn. As it begins moving forward, you see the various pots and pans that Ek just placed onto the floor begin to move across the sand closer and closer.
It's about to take all my shit. Not good. You know how long it's take me to get all that shit? Don't let me. Fuck this up.
That does sound like an impressive problem.
So hold it in place.
Okay.
So the only thing you can say.
Okay.
The only thing it doesn't have is my portable shit.
As you got closer, you noticed that the actual second shot did not go through all the additional armor that it had to its hide.
Okay. Make a will save.
Okay. Reading all the freaking stuff.
Wisdom save, sorry.
Wisdom. Don't worry.
Slow.
Natural 2. As it begins.
Give me some time.
That'll give you some time. I'm gonna go that way before it sucks me into that.
As you feel the pull with your metal chest.
Then it's just sort of gonna hide, you know.
What do you have on you that's metal?
Armor. And mean! Thank you for putting it up! Mean!
And you start running away. Across the
I'm looking
beach.
at your tunic going, what armor?
It moves a little further forward, and it's going to activate Repel Metal. I need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw since Vedic got out of there, as all the bits of metal, pieces of material, and shrapnel that are daggers, rusted pieces of armor go in each direction as it just repels from his body.
You said dexterity, right?
Yes, dexterity saving throw.
Advantage on things I
Okay,
can
wait,
see.
hang on. If the creature attempts to cast a spell with a casting time of 1 action.
It is not a spell.
Okay, never mind.
It is an innate ability.
Okay, advantage to things I can see
You have advantage.
on the
yes.
dexterity.
23.
Succeeds.
19.
Succeeds. And I will say, since it was affected by the slow spell, the DC was lower. Because this is something different.
Random encounter.
It's not random when you shove your face in the springboard. Oh my word!
I was gonna leave it.
So-
You son of a bitch fired into the fucking map.
And seeing this strange phenomenon of a
Hey
slow
guys,
creature
this is critical.
as the...
We need to go get this incredibly powerful item so we can maybe deal with all of this shit.
Hey, shiny!
I was,
Fuck you
I was so ready to move on and go, this is not part of our main initiative. Kablam!
It matches your characters perfectly. It's like...
Is it magical?
We have to say on target. Ooh, shiny!
Where's plus 6?
The second I leave, suddenly your quest for your plane of existence goes off the rails.
It's like a bunch of puppies off the
I
leash.
was like, hey, let's...
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay, so first of all, it's weird as it's seeing this almost like watching an explosion with one of those high-res slow-mo cams. Seeing that happen with the slow-mo spell, slow motion, the slow spell, there we go, as it begins. And as soon as it leaves his body after a few feet, as it bounces off your armor hide and armor shell, as you touch your head and it's like, pushing most of your bags that have any sorts of metal in off with holes bursting through several holes in your bag. You do take half damage of 24 points of piercing damage, which is going to be 12.
Can I use my shield master?
You use your reaction and take no damage.
There you go.
Wait a minute. Oh.
You are instead repelled 60 feet.
Okay. No.
Make a strength saving throw.
Shield Master.
Thank you for reminding me.
No, I have Shell Master.
You are Shell Master. Your reaction, and you take no
No,
damage.
I thought it was only effects that apply to you.
Ah, that's right.
So
Sparks, I forgot. This is not affecting just you.
Oh, that is right. It's an AoE.
Thank you for bringing that up. You take 12 points of damage. Bring them down to your level.
I've got our death on our conscience, so it's all right. 12. How many points of damage?
12.
12.
And that's already reduced.
And strength save?
Yes, for you only.
22.
22. You move a couple of inches backwards, but not enough to take over your immense weight. Sparks, it is your turn. Oh, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
It does. Or is it the end of my turn or its turn?
Its turn, I believe. It rolled a 10. It fails.
Okay.
Okay.
Feeling the weapon in your hand start to move left and right a little bit from the magnetic push from this creature.
It's just a stupid idea. Unsheath. Fuck it!
As you get within 5 feet of it, make a strength saving throw.
Called it.
As you are practically all
That's 20!
natural 20. As you start to push into it, you feel almost like a pushing barrier invisible to the eye. And you just put all your weight into it, your 500-pound body, and you just make it true. Make it damage times 2.
It hasn't been more than 10 minutes, I
Nope.
assume? Since
Oh,
we
more
looked
than 10
around-
minutes? Yeah, it has been more than 10
Okay.
minutes.
Yeah. So I've already used my combat roll for the day.
It's powerful, but short-winded.
And just the standard.
Ek, you're on deck. You found the BBEG. Congratulations.
Wow. That's terrible. Even when that 20, that was terrible. That's 3 1s on 4 dice.
Wow.
Ooh, that's bad.
How much damage?
That was 3 1s on 4 dice.
Woo!
So. 18 points plus 8, so that's going to be 29 points of damage for the first hit.
Okay. 18 plus what?
Plus 9.
8?
Plus 8.
That's not 29.
Sorry, that's 26. I can math, I swear.
Clearly.
Okay, I get 2 more attacks, right? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Does a 20 hit?
Yes.
Cool. Okay, that hits too, because it's higher than a 20. Second attack. Hopefully you're a little better this time. That's a little better.
Why are you rolling 4d6, by the way?
3d6.
Oh, 3d6, thank you. That's brute.
15, 20, 25, 30, 40, 46 points of damage for the next 2 hits.
How would you like to end it?
Oh,
Ooh, holy crap!
Wow.
Wow, I was on.
As you slay this shoreline scrapper.
This poor, defenseless.
Thing that you shot in the face.
as I'm getting pulled in,
In its own home.
stab through it, chop one arm, chop the other arm, and we're just gonna
As
backhand
it
it with a
releases
shield.
a high-pitched every time, this insectoid-like screech as it takes the pain with each strike in slow motion, in quick succession, super fast compared to its point of view. Slice, slice, claws falling in slow motion as it happens, as the gray oozing blood of its own bodies begins to spill out from its carcass, its hardened shell hide. It falls before the slow motion spell.
Sheath, pull the weapon, reload.
Do you feel more or less pain when you're in slow motion? Because, like, they're moving incredibly quick, so the blade contact is really minimal. But then you feel the extended agony of your slowed perspective.
Fair point. You're not here though.
Having a small monologue to yourself in the domain of the
It's a new story.
sipping a margarita.
Playing with your devils.
So if you're, if you're getting stabbed to death, and when you're actually slowed, does it actually hurt more?
Or less.
More or less.
Okay. Got it.
Where's the pain dulled? So,
Medic, you said there was magical stuff in there?
whoa.
Give
Yes.
me a moment.
Can we?
Because it's been scattered all over the place now after it ejected everything.
Sorry.
And then I pick up all my straps and bags and relash everything.
Lose 3 metal items as they got shot in random directions.
I'm gonna open up the crab itself.
Shit.
Okay.
Dinner.
As you open it up, it has this white, pasty, almost like oozy. That there's not like real meat inside of it.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Where's the stomach?
Oh, make a survival check.
Every single magical creature I've ever come across that was hunting has had magical items in its belly.
Alright, so after a handful of minutes, detect magic.
And as he's butchering a lobster, 10 minutes go by. Ding.
Alright, that one, and that one.
Make a perception check.
17.
Because he got shot out like a shotgun in each direction.
18.
18? We'll get to that in a moment.
20.
20. You find all three. One of them currently sticking in the wall. As you pull what looks to be a lever device, or no, not lever device, but a balance system. Like you put coins on each side for weighting.
Some sort of
Scales?
It's a scale, yeah. Golden, what looks to be two twisting dragons. That almost has a devilish-like property on one side, and what looks to be more of an angelic side on the other, that form the actual handles for each. You then also find what looks to be a sweeping broom that has twisted white knot wood, twisting into a singular handheld broom that opens up at the end and kind of curls down in a strange, almost bisecting pattern at the bottom. That kind of it twists out. It twists at the center, and at the top of the stick, it goes down and out. Which is weird, to say the least. It makes it rather
It's
difficult.
magical. All right, so we have scales, sweeping broom, and
And what looks to be a small leather satchel with a strap that goes over the shoulder and everything. Rather plain looking.
Looks like it's made for me.
it might be. Which one do you want identified? I can do one for now.
The only thing that shows interest to me is the
That's it, Pat.
satchel and the strap.
Let's do the pack.
All right.
We'll get the other stuff done later.
Look, I mean, you know, as I'm hooking straps on, that one looks good.
I'll just
All
take,
right.
I'll take
I
the other
will
two and throw them in the bag
cast
of holding.
identify through the goggles of object reading that I have.
Mm-hmm.
So hang on, stand back. I never know what this does. Identify on the satchel. Well, give it to him.
No, give it to you.
Those are good sounds. Those are good sounds.
Put the bag down. Step away from it very slowly.
Why?
Put the bag down
I
and step away from it very, very slowly. Do not put anything in the bag.
Oh.
why?
Honestly, this might be incredibly useful. Have a pet.
I have 3.
What is?
Do I have a 4th?
Oh! It's that.
How about you just read it out loud, yeah?
It's not a pouch, but a satchel of devouring.
It's a sentient being. You know, unlike the one that we just killed, I'm sure.
As you see a spark flying the remnants of what is its strange innards and stomach. There's
Okay.
not much in it.
If we're willing to sit around, I can identify the other stuff.
So if we wish to destroy things,
Or people.
You should give me the satchel. Oh my god.
Nicholas would love that.
Suggestion: reach into my bag.
Okay.
No, don't open that one.
That's where I keep my. Never mind.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
All right, I will take the time. I will take the time to identify the other two.
There you go. And these two in place.
20 minutes.
That's okay. I need to
You
short
guys
rest
have
anyways.
good qualities of pissing around.
We killed something random. Got you in the pet.
Oh my god. I need it.
yeah, it's in the right hands. In the right hands, this would be very powerful. This would be very.
Now saying the
Oh, this
broom.
would be very. Oh, this would. Oh, this. Oh, you know, Nicholas would like this. Oh,
It's a very nice trash can.
ooh, oh, oh.
Now seeing the inner parts of the satchel when kind of opening up, seeing the inner band of the satchel
Feed it, people.
Why does it look like a throat?
lined with many teeth on the inside that are just currently pointing down on the inside so that it's more hidden.
Okay. These are, this one's misprinted, but don't worry, we'll fix it later. They are both labeled Broom of Flying, even
Oh,
though one is
no!
very obviously.
I'm sorry.
One of the descriptions is this golden scales bear celestial symbols. Yeah, we get it.
Wait, it's a flying broom.
Whoops.
The other one is a flying broom. Yes.
Oh!
Do you?
No, I can jump.
So,
You want to be able
dude.
to fly?
It's balance of harmony. It's called I made him really, really, really fast.
No worries. Yeah. Okay, fantastic. None of these require a tuning.
Oh shit.
That's good.
And now seeing the strange.
She's over here going, shut the fuck up, just give me the fucking...
Honestly, giving all of this to Nicholas might be a lot of fun.
And she's gone. So guess what? She's never gonna see any of it.
What else? What's the scales do?
The scales allow you to detect good or evil
Oh.
as a ritual.
And
On a
seeing
scale.
the broom, how it curves off at the tip of the broom, is actually a good place. If you straddle it, you can place your feet against. So that's why I refrain from saying.
Yeah,
feet.
it's a Broom of Flying is sitting around there, and we have this balance of harmony, which allows you to detect evil and good as a ritual, which I think is awesome gift for Nicholas.
Well, for now, I guess you can use the
Oh my
broom.
god, I would get into so many arguments with the dragon with that.
But the broom, none of these require any.
Is there a
I'm
weight
not so
limit on the
sure
broom?
I'm
What's that?
desperate to go flying, so...
I don't think so. But if you try to lift a ancient dragon, I might say
No.
no.
I was more concerned with either of them and their respective weight.
As far as I'm aware, if it's a creature of medium size and can fit on the broom, it will lift them.
But for me, I'm not interested in flying. I mean, yes, I'm interested in overcoming my fears, but by putting a stick between my
What's that?
legs...
This is okay. So
that's not as big as mine.
So
I'm
pause.
just not...
this was not something that he described, but this is something that I acquired a while ago, and I don't know why he handed it to me just now.
You did in between episode research.
Right, I found that, but
Yeah,
Right.
this was the research they were taking off the wall from the one-armed spellcaster.
Oh, okay.
You can explain that.
right, no, it's not particularly. It's a book of stat boost, but
Okay.
anyway,
Those would be cool.
these are what we found in the thing. We found the Broom of
The
Flying,
stat boost?
boost your intellect.
Oh, well, I don't need any of that. Because it won't help.
Clearly.
Was there something else? Was there a third item?
This one.
That one.
Yeah,
Right.
the one that's
So we can keep them. So literally, we can just hand these off to whoever needs them. We'll just keep them. Just keep them around.
Just to note, I was
I don't
watching
want
where
that.
your hands were going very carefully, in case you decided to put your hand inside of it in terms of.
Oh, well, I'm putting on the straps and stuff. Oh, let me open it up and... Oh.
Yeah.
Yep, and I would have rolled a
That's-
D2.
Oh.
Where's my D2, by the way?
Gone. Good. It's over here.
Can I have it back? Thank you.
All right. So we've got some stuff. We can decide what to do about it. None of it requires
All right.
attunement.
Shall we continue on to the head?
Let's
Yes.
continue on towards the head.
Why
before we get
don't
started.
we use the flying broom to get over?
Because it only holds one of
One.
us.
Oh.
And by one of us, I mean probably not you, honestly.
Well, then you're getting the broom for now.
Let's
Honestly, it would be comedic to see one of these two on a broom flying.
I mean, it's not.
The broom would go, well, fuck that shit. Be like, let me fly this way. Oh, fuck this shit.
So you got that, but you can also. He can have this, which means that he can now hover at head height with you guys, being his full obnoxious self. You
Have you
want
ever
to
seen
give that
Magic?
to
You
him?
ever seen
going?
Magic Koopa?
Where we
Like
going?
from the
Where we going?
video
Where we
game?
going? Where we going? Where we going? Where we going? Where we going?
But he's also good baseball height,
Like,
too.
just hop over the top of the tree line. Guys, you know what I saw? And then just chatter at you. Like, oh my god.
You're
He's
hitting the
worst
level where
person.
you're
Look
starting
how
to
much
get
you
fun
have.
items.
Look how much joy you have waiting for you when you return.
I'm taking the
If
broom
you ever
and
bring it
taking
up.
the bag. And I will, if you fight me on it, I'm going to make some suggestions for you regarding the bag.
I
You don't-
totally
you
think we
don't
should give
know
her the
any of
bag.
this.
We should totally give her the bag.
You don't know anything, sorry,
My
lady.
bag.
All right, so Vedic will sit on the broom.
In the midst
At
of
about
this
head height. I
conversation,
think it's a good idea.
Ek, you see this faster than anyone else as they're having this conversation with the various items, especially during the ritualistic process. You start to see small, humanoid shaped, but thin,
We did make a lot of noise.
6-inch,
Bang, bang.
6-inch, like literally 6 inches at most, humanoids of black, jet black skin, almost like ethereal-like hair that seems to mist in the shadow,
Maybe not
with
them.
a white, almost like pearl mass with strange dots and swirls on it. Seeing one on top of the ship, sitting down, looking down towards you, followed by a second in the sand,
There's little fairies here.
followed by a third.
The prophecy.
Of the little fairies.
Well, fairies, harmony elementals.
Ah.
Maybe.
Oh, did I disrupt the harmony?
Maybe
by killing the guy?
maybe the scales they'd be interested in, since harmony is balance.
Might be.
I mean, I also did just kill something.
You're currently still covered in the blood of this creature. Couple more pop up. Fifth, sixth one. Various areas behind a rock. Part of the interior of the ship, seemingly hanging off the net, holding and looking towards you. Each one having different patterns on their face.
Hello. Does anyone speak
Common?
celestial
Celestial?
or fairy or?
As soon as you begin speaking, majority of them disappear.
Hmm.
With only a few of them on top of the ship and in great distance, you like take caution.
Anyone have an idea what we? You guys see this, right?
I think so.
Yeah, you see 'em.
I wonder. They're not. I think they're just observing right now.
Well, I think we should just keep moving unless they do
Yes,
something.
let's keep moving. Do you recall, Vedic, what with these little mini elementals were they're just more of in your visions? They're in your visions that this is where we go with the mini elementals, right?
This is what I have.
And let's keep walking forward then.
Sorry.
Onward.
Onward.
Good news is there's now a hole inside of the ship.
I would like to see whether or not these are following us.
Make a perception check.
Nice.
33.
You know, I had their character sheet, but I can't seem to find them.
33. Perception.
Wow.
I can see the mountain
That's better than I
their
do on
feet.
my best roll.
Nat 20. I rolled nat 20. And then house rules for nat 20s. So 33.
Well, I'm gonna have to go on from memory. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was just checking to see if they're following us or. And this is just a
Load! Ah! Even that's failing me. Alright. There we go. Here we go. Okay. 33. Keeping your eye out and looking in the shadows in various areas that these things would be able to hide, which is a lot. You notice a couple follow. And before they, like, when you make direct eye contact, like, one of them melts into the sand. And as you look off into the distance, into the forestry, you notice them, a couple hanging off the leaves, several of them half out of a rock, or a tree, or part of the water that it seems to be pooling in the forest. Seemingly trying to hide, as you see hundreds of them
Does this feel like a calm and pleasant place?
Make an insight check.
I mean,
Well, yeah, less so definitely from this guy.
He's all, what are you shooting at? Oh, the birds. I was like,
Jesus Christ.
no,
But as you look from the various nooks and crannies of natural terrain, you start to see
What did you just roll
more
again?
and more and more.
I rolled an insight check and I rolled a 1.
You have no idea, honestly, these things might be able.
These things might be creepy!
Yeah. As the various sounds
they're
that are
just
coming from them.
observing. They're just observing. And they were part of your prophetic visions, right?
Prophecy never knows what it's talking about! Look at these things!
And they
You only see a handful of them, but you see a lot of them.
I'm assuming I've seen like 3.
Yeah.
Those ones just not trying to hide.
I want to do an insight check
Make an insight check.
on whether or not I feel that they are staging or they're just observing.
Take an extra d4. You're being guided by prophecy.
You just open your hands.
Prophecy and it's blindfold.
And I don't see shit either, because that would be a 6. And that's
Six.
with the D4.
Yeah, that's what I
You know,
rolled.
for a bunch of 6-inch entities of nothing but pure black, jet black skin. We're talking about almost like they're like negative representations of shadows and stuff like that. They look very similar apart from various pearl-like masks with various different swirls and dots upon their face on that mask. That is the only thing that is different from each and individual one. And when you start to look into one that those that do not immediately meld into various rocks, earth, water, or other elements, a couple of them seem to like almost like turn their head and make almost like a clicking sound or bell sound.
Well, they apparently don't want to be seen. They like to hide, and that's all I can figure out.
Probably not threatening.
Well, as far as I can tell, they're just observing. There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. You're not seeing all of them, I'm certain, because, like, look, there's one over there. There's one over there right now.
Get in the way!
No.
You just see a rock.
Like 70 feet over there. I'm sorry. I didn't mean like right there. I meant like 70 feet over there. There's like 1,400 of them right there.
What?
Oh, wait, I can't count. 14. Sorry. 1, 2, 12, 14, 7.
Let's get out of here.
Y'all are gonna have moved 6 feet by the time.
We're walking while we're doing this.
I recognize that tree.
We've been here before. Yeah. She shows up. How far did you get? Oh, fuck. They're just still standing in the same fields.
Flashback to the Forge City.
So let's. I do notice that they don't like to be looked at. And they make funny bell sounds every now and then. Like a click and a bell sound. I don't know what.
I don't speak bell.
I don't either. Maybe it's just the way they're talking.
Just keep walking, I guess.
Keep walking.
Where is Nicholas when you need her?
With her
She's
fucking devils.
out.
I'm going to turn one of those devils into a sock puppet. You watch.
At least we have some nice gifts for her when she finally comes back.
Put on a glove.
She's taking a little staycation away from us, I guess.
I'm a bad devil.
I'm such a bad bone devil.
Now I know how Nicholas feels.
Right? It's exhausting.
So you've moved about.
We're moving.
We're just gonna walk. We're still looking
walking.
for the Nega Dixies.
Okay.
We're walking. Good Dixies. We're walking at a normal pace.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
We're not dicking around. We're not dixieing around here.
You
We're
move for another hour, 2 hours, as this is a big island, and sand does slow you down a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit, but you don't get an immediate sense of danger. as you guys are traveling, occasionally seeing a few more of these strange, almost fairy-like fantasy folk that are hiding in between the foliage, watching but never approaching, and always keeping a silent eye, never communicating, never giving out a sound apart of small bells, maybe a whistle,
When I
and
try
a
to
cracking
talk-
sound.
When I try to talk to them, they really shy away. So does anyone have a language? You don't have a language.
And then you start to see massive conch shells.
Conch?
Conch shells.
Does anyone here speak Sylvan?
Most of them immediately.
Take it as a no.
You see one literally just turn to a rock.
Ah. That.
That's cool. That's cool.
Maybe they do.
Remind me not to go take a crap in the woods because apparently I might be crapping and thinking it's a rock, and then it's not going to be good.
10,000 years of pain.
That's what they've been waiting for.
You know what? That's what we can use the broom for. Flying up high and taking, just like acting like birds crapping on people.
And then the conch shells begin.
I'm horrified.
Forms the
Medic's
lower
totally
part
down
of a
for it.
crab. This conch shell's about 7 feet long.
Wow.
As a crab
Whoa.
partly goes into the water.
Oh my god, I thought it was just a shell.
Oh my god! Everything on this island is so creepy!
That's huge. Damn. It's a
As you
nice
see
hermit crab.
one, another, various sizes, but still equally as large, of anywhere from 4 to 7 feet long. Just a conch shell alone.
Those are huge hermit crabs.
Several of them in the distance fighting over a piece of rubble that looks like to be a flag as they're pulling back and forth before it tears, and they place it in, on the border of their conch shell, putting various fabrics and other things before it almost like
Oh
lifting
god. Okay, first question. Are they intelligent? Second, what's the flag?
Oh yeah, what was the flag?
Make an investigation check as it's currently
I'm helping
being
you.
ripped apart by 2 other crabs that are currently fighting over the bedazzle effect that they're trying to get.
Investigation or history, either one is the same roll for me, but...
History.
I have no fucking clue what the hell that
I'm
is.
glad
It's
I'm
a
helping
piece
You're
of
helping?
cloth.
Okay. 21.
21. This one, as you look at the half skull, half what looks to be ape face, black ink portion, almost like a pirate vessel ship, and it's actually a pirate flag known as the Ape Crew.
We haven't seen any of the
8 people.
animaloid?
This is actually
Yeah,
not.
before.
This is not. They're mostly humanoid on this vessel, or at least they were, and they're actually quite renowned back in the day, probably like 20
Yes,
30
yes, I'm
years
sure
ago.
they were very important on their block.
But they mysteriously disappeared. Just
Well, Mr. Sal. I'll write that one down in the book. Right, we should investigate.
Right.
as you're getting closer and closer.
I really don't feel like genocide. Let's avoid conflict from here on. Unless there's any magical items.
I don't feel like genocide unless.
Unless you'll fit in hell quite well.
I'm already dealing with demons. Devils.
Devils.
Oh, and now you are not. Okay, in hell. Anyway, as you guys continue traversing, it's taken several hours as you get to the peak, seeing the jungle biome die down into a forest, and then a grass field with various rocks that have jetted up, making cliff sides towards your side of beautiful white rock, followed by granite, followed by regular earth. Transitioning biomes rather quickly. Seeing the various waterfalls falling from the ridge above, creating small avenues of river that you have to bypass, but quite easily for you. Followed by a small desert over the left shoulder of this entity, as you start to get closer and closer to the head region. Stop. Play this. Thank you. as a little bit of clouds of rain start to accumulate closer near the mountains that seem to be at the tip of this, making its own weather system of the snow-white peaks not able to see now that the several 100-foot trees are no longer obstructing your view. Another flipper, and gently followed by a geyser of several 100 feet up into the air, off the island in front. As you begin to start to trek upward off the beach and onto more rocky paths, still keeping somewhat to the perimeter of this island. Your pathway is more obstructed as it becomes more and more rocky, as it becomes more of a jagged reach upward, as you see a jump of just empty void down and down to where the fin begins to recede, where you see the inner joint go in to what you believed to be the shell, to the ocean below. As you look off into the distance, not seeing ahead yet, but the geyser were ejected, just simmering with nothing but bubbles, several thousand feet out.
Damn.
Something tells me we might have to go inside, down within the shell.
Does that work for you? Like, is there, like, he comes up and starts like sticking his finger in where your
Hey,
So,
head goes.
hang on. We're right here currently, right?
yes.
If you're the turtle, we're right here.
Mm-hmm.
So proportionally wise,
Actually, we were on this side, but that's all right. Keep going.
you know what I mean? Semantics. How the hell are we going to get from here to here?
No.
And why do we need to go
We're getting
there?
We're getting in right here.
Why? Can't we just go to the top of the mountain?
We can go to the top of the mountain. It might make sense to go. Yes, but I think we have to go from to here to get up to here,
Why would we need to go underwater?
or we jump, or we fly, or we we have a broom.
It takes one of us.
No way to
I
get
sink.
the broom back and forth. That's true.
If it involves an endless abyss of water, I don't want to be in it.
There's currently a waterfall off to your left as you had to bypass, currently making a river and falling off the shell itself. It's creating a perpetual waterfall that goes into the ocean.
You still haven't seen that frog priest?
That's true. We haven't seen a frog priest yet.
Frogs everywhere. Look, there's a frog. There's a frog. There's a frog. Wait a minute.
No, actually, that's one of those black fairies. Do you know?
What?
Now look in one of the black fairies, as you describe it, with the pearl.
Negadixies.
And this one seems to have has taken various vines and rocks to place over its shoulder, and is currently just kind of walking around with a hunch,
It's a frog, right?
almost as if it's like rock after tiny pebble after tiny
It's
pebble.
emulating me. It's
Well, then you go talk to it.
every time I do it, they turn into little pebbles or disappear. But I will without looking to it,
It
I'm not
melds into the stone, leaving the various rocks and vines behind.
damn it, knock it off. You know what? Knock it off. Is there another one nearby?
Make a perception check. Looking off.
I'm so fucking pissed I don't see shit. 12.
Roll again.
12. A roll.
Roll
again?
it again.
Okay.
You're being guided by prophecy.
That's better.
13.
I hate you so much. Waste my abilities.
You're asking him to do something he's not good at.
No, perception I am good at. The problem is I keep rolling like shit.
No,
I'm
he
rolling
meant
very
rolling
bad
the
tonight.
dice.
That die is fired.
No, I already fired one die, and now I'm down to another one. I fired 2 dice tonight, And I'm about ready to fire this die as well.
Another geyser of mist water almost ejected hundreds upon thousands of
How
feet.
far away is this geyser?
Looking off into the distance, you see about 1,000, possibly more, because distance gets a little different. Almost like a small island of fluorescent colors at the very tip, as you see two holes jettifying this air into the air, this water into the air.
This seems to be where it's breathing. That's weird, because I don't breathe that way. Maybe,
It's a sea turtle.
maybe that's its head.
Or
Is this its nose? It's its nose.
Before it goes back down. Now seeing the dark outline that you didn't realize was there before because the size difference of something looming under the water surface of various different colors, sea plants, and well, just sea life connected to a surface way below as it goes a little deeper.
We're close. We're close. I think this is.
There's
I
a
think
reef,
this is its
right?
head. No, it's coming up and blowing water and air out of its nose.
What?
So the two geysers are its nose.
Is that how it works?
Look, give me your water. I try to emulate.
No, gross.
Ugh. Always tickles.
Turtles.
Always tickles.
Yeah. All right.
I mean,
well,
okay, so there's a reef, right?
Well, you can call it that, but we have to go.
Kind of looks like one. You see various corals and hardened corals and plant life and leafy greens that are currently growing up and over that seem to be rolling and turning very, very chaotically right now, as if it's moving, because it is.
I guess we go down.
Can you breathe on the water?
Oh.
Yes, I can breathe underwater. Give me a moment. 10 minutes.
As you gather your chakra.
This takes a minute. He starts drawing on the just drawing things on the ground with his stick. You know, like, hey, does anyone else want to breathe underwater with me?
I mean, you can,
I mean, you
breath
can
for
hold
one,
your breath.
please.
That's cute, but I mean, this is a step up. Just step in the circle.
Actually, no, I can breathe underwater.
Oh well, cool.
And I can hold my breath in case I'm not breathing water.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a good one.
Who knew?
I just don't breathe.
No,
So
my
10
race-
minutes later-
not all of my race can do this.
Okay, so 10 minutes later, I'm prepared to breathe water.
The salty air hitting your nostrils quite heavily.
Maybe not that water.
Sparks is the first to go over. Before you step over, it is a 1,000-foot drop.
He doesn't care.
No. The water at that height, actually above 50 feet to 70 feet, it might as well be 1,000. It's going to hit like stone.
You can use the broom.
How did you get
And what
that?
are you going to use?
I'm gonna fall.
As,
Fine.
as he's taking a step over and goes,
I get it. Sure. How are you getting down?
I was gonna use the broom.
Here, you can use the broom.
Okay.
Is there a way for me to crawl down?
I'm currently hanging up with a
at
movable
the
rod.
current location? No.
I've got a movable rod.
Because it just
Wait,
plummets.
I've got an idea. I have an idea. So walk up. Sorry. So you're gonna have to trust me. Walk up to Eck and like
Hmm?
push him towards the edge.
What are you
Just,
doing? No.
just jump.
No.
Just trust me. You
No.
got it. Prophecy. And kick him. Like, he's kicked me off so many things.
Make a strength check. Make a strength check, Ak, if you're resisting.
I'm already out.
Fuck are we doing? That little shit's gonna
That's a
put you
3.
on.
No, I'm telling you, just kick him in the knee. Just come on, just get off that.
Strength check?
That's so. I rolled a sum total of a 1. So,
Okay.
23.
As Vedic is trying with all his might, just kicking him like
all
a
his
useless toddler
feeble
on the
and
knee.
pathetic mind, like a toddler trying to say,
as a heavy sparks just, and you start to hear that high-pitched wane of air as he enters terminal velocity.
go on, just do it, just follow him, you'll be fine.
I'm gonna do this.
Okay.
So dumb.
So 1,000, so that's gonna be 100 d6 points
Doesn't
of
it
damage.
top out at 20?
It's gonna be
No.
358.
It does in a regular DM world, but not in the homebrew world.
Oh, okay.
Because
With all due
otherwise,
respect,
it's like 150
you
points
can
max.
break the full system in 5e.
Alright, so
Otherwise, it's like
So
150
you
points
are
max.
going to take 356 points of fall damage.
Luckily, my armor will take all of them.
As you use your
turn
reaction
into a
once a day,
missile.
as you
Torpedo.
just curl into a ball. Actually, how do you do this?
I'm just gonna put my shield right in my hand, just gonna put one in the bottom, just straight there, just kind of arms to the side, and just torpedo. Straight into the water.
Okay, as you hit terminal laws, you looking over just like, he's going to break apart. And suddenly, swoosh!
Water almost went back up to them.
Yeah.
Are you able to prestidigitate like a 10?
And you hear the echo
oh,
of a...
well, yeah, minor illusions 10.
Continue the
that
fall.
for Ek, all
fall,
minor magic is pressed.
And fall. Make a general athletics check to try to maneuver yourself to the neck portion. Because right now you're over the arm right now. And you're trying to get to the neck, right?
Yep.
So make an athletics check. You
Get
are
rid of this
heavier.
water.
You're
Assist me.
Ah! Okay.
Son of a
This
bitch!
is not the first time I've used it as a fucking... Was it? Underwater...
Roll with
What do you
advantage.
call that thing?
You're still 500
That thing
pounds.
underwater.
Ooh. I get exactly
You
what
know
you're
what I'm talking
talking
about. The propeller.
Yeah.
That thing.
Make an athletics check with advantage because you're still a heavy motherfucker.
Okay, you're fired for now. That's not much better. Still not much
How
better.
come you get to roll 3?
D6.
Oh, it was D6.
Oh no, that's a save, sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Athletics?
Yeah.
18.
18. Okay. It takes a little bit as you start to go sideways and you're like, oh, I'm falling a little fast. And you begin to do it this way. So you're almost doing Mary Poppins underwater as you're like, as you're trying to move further
Come on.
and further and
Just gotta
further.
get to the wall. Just gotta get to the wall.
It's beginning to move. And you notice the wall behind you is getting closer and closer and closer. As you see the arm where it connects and everything loom from the darkness of the particulates of the water. As you see the folds of skin.
I'm pretty sure
of,
this is how people
like,
get PTSD.
yeah, as you see the folds of skin that normally would not be dangerous, but due to the enormity of this creature, the folds of skin is nothing less than massive walls of rock colliding and shifting into each other. As it get closer and closer to like, and after a few minutes of doing this, you start to get to the coral reef and the various leafy bits that are going up into the upward towards the surface. Meanwhile, you guys are still on the ridge with just bubbles and then nothing.
This is exhausting.
Sweat dripping.
Uh-huh.
What?
I catch you, just jump.
You'll catch me.
Yeah. It's easy.
What, are you gonna take the broom?
I'm gonna take the broom. Broom doesn't support you.
Yeah, Will.
I promise it won't.
Okay, but but you can the broom won't catch me, but you promise that you will
Yep.
catch me.
The broom is 400 pounds. I will catch you.
How?
I'm much better than a broom.
Oh my God. You are asking me to take a leap of faith
Literally.
on you.
Prophecy.
Meanwhile, I'm about to get crushed by folds of skin.
I believe I'm up to drinking tea. at this point.
The bar devil is currently having a fold of
You
parchment that is
do-
acting like the napkin.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the desert
He's
tea.
eating it.
with his bare
Yes.
hands.
Yes, it involves. Imagine you're still holding him out at arm's length. Yes, it involves taking a leap of faith. What has this been except a leap of faith? You're standing on a giant island that moves in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the world. It's enormous. What about this is normal? This is absurd. Just jump in the water.
I'm not jumping. Oh,
Misstepping just a little bit. With the broom in your hand.
No, I've got the broom.
Oh, okay.
With Vedic still in your hands?
That one.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Alright, so you fall off?
Without
Okay,
the feet.
feather fall. It's really simple.
how long does it last?
As long as it takes you to hit the ground.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
It's a really cool universal spell, like feather fall.
Why didn't you just say that in the
drift
first place,
Because
you
this
little-
is much more fun.
Shit.
With the momentary butterfly feel in your stomach lasting a little longer than it should, it almost makes it just unbearably long as you're just being lowered in as you start to see the flippers.
And then it's sitting astride this low rider broom.
It's like
Just pushing down with you. Like, see, I told you, it was easy.
It's like a low rider balloon.
It's exactly what it is.
Or a chopper is
Meanwhile, a
what
fucking torpedo.
I have an idea. Can I hold on to the broom?
You hit the water.
No. Oh, shit.
It's 1,000
I mean,
feet. It's
Can
not
you
that far.
drag me to where we're going?
I can. There's a very limited way. Yeah, sure. Come on.
Making a jet ski with the portal.
Right, land the fucking thing.
It's
Sparks, you
ship.
just getting towards the next point as you're looking up and see the outline of a portal just being skipped on the top of the water.
That was much more simple than my method, I guess. It worked, I guess.
As you guys land, 1, 2, and you guys 3, seeing Sparks down below, seeing this beautiful coral reef that is made out of the various parts of what is a reef and the various folds of skin that is a turtle's neck or a turtle's neck. Seeing the various plant life, fish, vibrant colors of all scales, along with bioluminescence that hit the folds of the ocean that clouds go over, and it starts to glow glorious colors of blues, greens, reds, and purples. You see jellyfish. You see vibrant fishes, eels that seem to have an electrical side to them, and sharks.
I really don't want to be in the water right now.
When an eel bites your leg till the pain makes you beg that some more.
Some more.
I'm more like eel.
Oh,
When you
Jesus.
stick your hand in a crack and you don't get it back, that's
Some more.
Put your hand in this pouch, I swear it'll be fun. That's, you're all gone. That's
We'll work on it.
Sparks, you have to run to keep up with these guys.
That's fine. I'm just got my geyser just as I'm walking underwater.
With the only entity in the water that is not made of normal flesh, you are left alone.
This is mine. This is
As
kind of
you
ironic.
see wide-brimmed hammerhead sharks and coral reef sharks, larger than about 12 feet in length, seemingly patrolling the area for easy prey. A couple of them come by you and seem to be almost like sniffing the water around you, but quickly just swim away.
Well, you won't see this in hardcore.
With your high enough strength and also proficiency in athletics, you don't need to roll anything, along with the assistance of the water jets.
And my obsessive weight.
The movement of the skin of the creature, you have to be careful, as almost as if it's like giant caverns that move and crush in the midst of it. Being very cautious of this location, seeing
If it's growing, it's okay. If it's not
Other-
growing, it's probably
Yeah.
going to get pulverized.
as you get closer to the head, them reaching it first, near the head, but not touching it quite yet, before the jet. As you get closer and closer and closer to the head, you notice that the surface of the water is actually getting closer and closer and closer before the fish begin going off in each direction away from their homes and their comforts of the coral reef as the head begins to surface and go up. Right about the time you guys approach the head,
We come level with the
sparks,
nostrils.
with sparks coming up over the ridge to the very top of the head of the world turtle.
I think that was a 10, guys. I think that was the highest dive in history. I'm surprised I still survived that one. This armor's great. That hurt. That hurt. A lot.
You know,
How'd you guys get down?
Gently. Yes. The
All-present voice strikes you all at once.
prophecy.
The water seems almost as if it stops as a torrent of water pushes towards your directions as the two flippers seems to move and shift so that it ceases moving somewhat, so that it does not clean into you, even though you wouldn't feel it. The head moving up and over the surface of the ocean, most of it seeing a long beak, very familiar to a sea turtle, but has a overbite familiar to some companion of a not as exaggerated, but definitely still exaggerated overbite of a more draconic presence. Eyes royal green, the size of skyscrapers, and a head bigger than life. The voice begins to speak. Children of the outside world, return home to your origins. What do you seek? And that's what we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh.
What?
It's been 2 hours!
No, just... What?
Wow. Wow. All right.
As you are sipping a cocktail, tea at this point,
A tea cocktail.
is there anything you want to do in the
I want
Okay,
that.
sorry.
It's literally a staycation. Like, I'm flipping through my journal. I'm taking care of my hair. I got a nice nap in. Like,
It's a me day.
There's not been anyone to berate. There's not been any stupid ideas. And you
Oh, there's been lots of stupid ideas.
Host.
She just hasn't been present for them.
Exactly.
it's gonna be so nice. Just.
I mean, this will
Well,
be eventually your domain at some point.
So we're going to take a small break as we go on holiday.
Wow.
I hope you enjoy this journey, enjoy this experience and wonder that is the world turtle, along with the various mysteries that you have only scratched the, beachside.
Only the first grain of sand.
Only the first grain of sand of the world turtle. We're going to continue this conversation on next game.
Wow.
But
Next
for
year.
now, yeah, pretty much next year.
Yeah, well, this
For
will
us
be,
next year.
yeah, actually, this will be I think, right at the new year when this goes out.
Okay, then Happy New Year, everyone. I hope you had a lovely session with us. I hope you guys had a lovely
Oh, jeez.
session.
We're coming up on 2022.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, actually. I'm okay with that. But anyway, till then, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep on rolling, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Good night. All right, that was amazing. Oh my God. Chills. See you soon.